Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing single married women. Now, apparently there are some married women that are actually single mothers, but they are married. Now, this whole term is something that I did not know about until recently. Let's check out what people have to say about women who are married but are like single mothers.
Being a married single mom is one of my worst fears too. So I found 12 signs that you might be a married single mom. Sometimes you can be just as lonely when you sit next to someone who's supposed to love you. Number one, the majority of childcare and housework is done by you and you don't get a break. Number two, actually, you're in charge of the childcare, housework, and income. Number three, you resent your husband, mainly because he's sleeping on the weekends and going out for days at a time, and you don't get to do the same thing. Number four, you stop expecting him to make time for date night or even dinner. This is a sign that you have subconsciously just given up hope on him actually being there for you. When something breaks in the household, you're the one who will actually take care of it. You're so used to it that you no longer even bother telling him about it. You guys, that is so sad. That makes me want to cry. 6, you feel like you have an extra child. Technically, you probably do. It's called a man-child, and you married one. He's away for the majority of the week, whether you like it or not. You might be away for work, but there's a certain point where your relationship will suffer as a result of his absence. Number 8, if your husband was unalive tomorrow, not much would change about your house routine. Woo! Woo! Ladies, I'm so sorry. If y'all feel this one, I feel for you. That is, I don't know why this took me back, but it means he's basically useless at this point. Number 9, you could probably have an affair and he would not notice. If you don't think he would notice if you were sneaking around, it's a sign that you are no longer married on an emotional level. Number 10, you feel like you got a bait and switch deal. You know that marriage is supposed to be a partnership, but you don't feel anything like a real partner. I'm so sorry, ladies. You stop asking your husband to help you with anything because all he'll do is call you a nag or just delay doing it until you do it yourself. Number 12, even though you're married, you feel very alone in your relationship. Do you feel like everything is one-sided? Do you feel isolated? Most of your pleas for help, affection, and attention falling on deaf ears? If so, you're living single life while still being married. You may need to fix that. I know for some of y'all watching this might be a harsh reality hit for you. And unfortunately, if it is the case, I'm glad I'm the one that brought it to your attention, okay? I would never want a fellow woman out there to feel like that. All those things on that list is you're supposed to have a partner, not a man child. And I'm hoping that if this video helps somebody today realize what the situation they're in, and hopefully they can maybe have a conversation with their husband and fix it. But if not, there are other things that you can do. I'm not going to suggest those because, hello, I'm not qualified, but you can do your own search.
3 kids on her lap, trying to do everything alone. She could barely get a fry in, and oh! This is what we refer to as a married single mom. It's a real thing. There are millions of women in this world right now married to a man on paper and getting absolutely no help from him with the kids. In fact, I talk to women all the time that said it was more work being married to him. It was more of a burden than if she were just actually alone while being a mother. Because you see, when you're a married single mom, you have an extra child. But this child's a full-grown fucking adult. This child has responsibilities that he's leaving on the floor for her to pick up. And I don't care if he's the only one working. I highly doubt he is anyway, but it doesn't matter. You have children, which then makes you a father. And with that comes responsibilities that only you can take on. But instead, all of the cleaning and all of the cooking, figuring out daycare and figuring out school and figuring out birthday parties, when the kids have a medical issue, baths, showers, bedtime. It took 2 to tango, and if you're gonna be in the house, step it up.
You know how many married women are single mothers?
I don't, but, whoa.
Get into it. Get into it. Get into
Married
it.
women are single? How does
But
that?
I'll give you this explanation.
Okay.
I'm not, because me and my husband actually work together on raising our kids. But there is plenty of households where a woman is solely responsible for raising kids.
And
And,
that's
a man don't give a fuck.
And you define those women as single mothers.
A married woman that's a single mom, yeah. It's legally, legally no. But in reality, if you're a man, and I mean, your household run how your household run. But if you can't help your wife or your girl out with the kids, and you know she need a break, or I saw a video of a girl breastfeeding, and she was dozing off breastfeeding. The boyfriend was recording her. Look at you being reckless. Da, 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 da. Why wouldn't you just grab your baby? Baby, go lay down for a second. You tired?
Yeah, I get you.
Because she's a single mom.
But you know what? Personally,
Next caller.
I just feel like you could have been nicer to me.
Oh my gosh, well I feel like you could have done 80 more things today than you did. I feel like I woke up and I cleaned our room, I did our bed, I cleaned the sheets, I did the laundry, I put your clothes away, I come in the kitchen, nothing's done. So I do everything. Then I make you breakfast, then I get the baby ready, then I get myself ready. And what do, Michael? You just tell me I could have been nicer. That seems pretty nice to me. And you thought I was pretty nice last night. Super nice. Woo!
I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Let's talk about this clip. So this is a pursuer withdrawer conflict cycle. She is protesting lack of partnership. She's protesting this disconnect she's feeling. She's actually saying is, do you see me? Do you see all the stuff I'm doing? Do you see how hard I'm working? Are you in tune with my needs? She might have said this in softer ways. She might have been conditioned to not say anything and kind of stuff it down until she explodes. Her move now that she's gone for a while, feeling like her needs are not being met, is to move into critical blaming. And that's going to trigger her husband to be like, whoa, bro, just be nice to me. And his move is likely going to be to shut down, disconnect, and move to this place of I can't do anything right. Partner's too demanding. She can't be pleased. Just get me out. Which is going to communicate to her she really is alone. Her partner really isn't with her, and she's going to escalate more.
a lot of people think single moms are just women without a spouse. Sometimes you can be a single mom in a relationship because you are doing all the work, and all he's been prepared to be as a man is a protector and a provider, but nobody told him he has to be a nurturer. So you have some of these women that are losing themselves in a marriage because they excessively have to be a mom and a dad because you are there and you are not helping. You want this woman to be your wife, but how can she when she's a full-time mom doing overtime on momming because you're not helping? You don't feel like freeing up a day or two so she can enjoy herself, so she can go out, so she can feel like a human being, so she can revitalize herself, so she can be her best version of herself for you, but yet and still you'll work, you'll come home, and she's doing the same things. It's not like she's just a stay-at-home mom. No, she works and she takes care of the kids almost full time. Listen, men, it is our responsibility to raise our children too. Duh.
If your wife has become a married single mother, then your relationship is likely over. Most men believe that being a financial provider, putting a roof over the family's head, is enough for them to justify their responsibilities being taken care of within a relationship. And it's no longer the case in the world we live in. The family dynamics that play out in a modern world are significantly more complex than just one individual going to work and the other individual staying home and looking after the house. It doesn't work that way anymore. The masculine energy as part of the relationship has to provide in multiple ways. Yes, financial security or stability is one element, but so is emotional stability. So is creating an environment for the family to thrive. So is leading them to be successful in their endeavors. The complexity and the different components that the masculine must take care of go way beyond just financially supporting and providing a house to live in. And this is where men have categorically got it wrong, because they believe that they have fulfilled their role way before it has actually been taken care of. There is no emotional stability. There is no safe space at home. Their wives do not feel as though they can lean into their femininity because they're being looked after, they're being cared for. The trust just isn't there. You only have to look at the number of houses with broken families to know the role is not being fulfilled. And so the result of all of this, women feel as though they just have another child to mother, somebody else they have to look after. Somebody else has a burden on their life rather than a partnership that allows the entire family and themselves as individuals to thrive. This is not the result of the masculine energy. This is an immature, boyish energy trapped in a man's body. He's not looking after his family. He's not providing and protecting for them. Quite the opposite. He's becoming a burden on their shoulders, and they're largely better off without him. If a man is willing to accept and acknowledge that this is what he is creating in his family, because of his immature, childish energy, he is bringing the family down rather than building it up. It presents him the biggest opportunity for change in his life. He's enabling himself to go on the most transformational journey that he may ever experience, because he accepts the challenge to embrace his divine masculine and do what is right for his wife, his family, and his legacy.
Why do you think so many women are choosing to be single mothers over being single married mothers?
Because it's easier. Because it's easier. Because countless women report that then when they become a single parent, their workload actually decreases, even though the other adult in the home has been removed. Because countless women report that despite the stressors that come with being a single mom, they still have more peace and happiness being a single mom as opposed to being a married single mom. Because it's easier to do it by yourself without the resentment of having someone who refuses to contribute.
Here are 5 signs that you're a single married mom. 1, if he died tomorrow or you got divorced, nothing's going to change. 2, you could have an affair and he would never know. 3, you do the majority, if not all, of the childcare and housework and you don't get a break. 4, you resent your husband, and I mean resent them for everything, for sitting on the couch while you're doing the laundry, or playing on their phone while you're making lunches and doing bath time. You are the one that's holding down the fort, and you don't get any thanks. And 5, your spouse says to you, hey, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. But then you have to think about all the stuff you want him to do, and it adds to your mental load.
Now, like I said, I just knew about the term called single married mothers or single married women recently, and the description of what that involves just reminded me of the fact that quite a lot of women that are Nigerians are actually single married mothers or married single mothers, because there's so many times you look at a family and you see that the mother is the one doing almost everything. She is the breadwinner. She is taking care of the children, taking care of the house, paying for rent, even giving money to her husband. And it's just incredible how growing up, I saw some of this and you just think these women are strong women. These women are doing all they can for their family. But when I think about it now, it's not ideal. The husband was supposed to put his weight. How women have just been conditioned that they are the ones that are supposed to do everything. Even if the husband is not doing anything, they will still stay in the relationship, they will still stay in the marriage, because it is better to be a single married woman than be a single mother. Because the way the society, especially Nigerian and African society, looks at single mothers is just something that some women would not want, even if they are practically single mothers in their married home. There's so many times you just see the women struggling, doing all kinds of things. They are taking loans, they are going far and wide to do business. They are waking up early, they will cook, they will clean, they will make sure that their children are going to school, and then they will also give their husband some form of allowance that they would use to either drink, to gamble, or spend cheating on them, but they will still stay in that marriage. It's just astonishing how so many men are actually believing that that's the best way to live. Some men are not leaving their women to, like, okay, bring all the income. They would say that they are bringing the income, they will go to work, they'll come back, but they practically only do go to work and come back. They don't do anything. They cannot do anything. If they are left with the kids for like a day, the house will be upside down. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean after their children. They don't know how their children are coping in school. Nothing. they just feel like, oh, I'm providing so amount of the money in the house, and that's all that I need to do to be a good father. Because when in future the children are not associating with the father, they will say the mother has corrupted the kids. Meanwhile, sometimes the kids will see this is not the ideal way that a father should behave. This is not the ideal way that a husband should behave when they are growing up. And when they decide, okay, I cannot associate with this person because I really don't know this person, because this person really did not do anything when I was growing up, it now becomes a case of they are abusing the mother. They are saying the mother was a bad person, is a bad person, and has made the children to hate the father. I was just thinking of a case I saw online, where a woman was stationed in another state with her 3 kids, and I believe the husband is working in another state, and over 9 months he had not come home to see the kids, and he would be sending a certain amount of money to her for the children's upkeep that cannot do anything, especially in this economy. And the lady just decided enough is enough. She took the 3 kids with her, came to his state, came to his office, dropped them with him, and said, you take care of the 3 kids. I will be sending the exact amount that you are sending to me, and I will come and see the kids. I will come and see you maybe once every 3 months or something, that the guy should take over. And according to the person that was narrating the story, she said the guy was just clueless. He was out of it. He doesn't know what to do. And I was like, well, what she did was very nice, because if you ask him, he'd be like, oh, I send money to my wife, I send money for the children's upkeep, I'm a good father, I'm a this, I'm a that. Oh, maybe I could not go and visit them for 9 months because, oh, this and this and this, but at least I'm sending money. The money that he was sending barely could take care of 1 person, talk less of taking care of like 3 people with the wife. And I think he was sending about $30 per month, and it really cannot do anything. So I felt like that was a good decision for the wife, and I'm sure now he's thinking more practically, and they would probably resolve it, because I know that he's not going to be able to take care of the 3 kids alone. So he's probably going to think clearer now and know that what he was doing was rubbish, because in that case, that woman was literally a single married mother. She was doing everything, and the husband was not really caring how she was coping. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think about this whole single married mothers and some women deciding to stay in such marriages. Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing? I would love to hear your own thoughts about this whole topic. So please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified every time I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.